Hi, my name's Evan, and this is my audition for Moderation Town. I have a confession to make, which is that I have an unhealthy addiction to productivity websites. I think that if you read a lot of those weblogs out there that are all about maximizing your time and the way to, get a hold of your inbox and things like that, those are the kinds of things that I think capture my attention most because they seem like they offer a solution, and oftentimes it's a little bit different. I've honed it down to a bit of a system that I have, and I'm presenting to you the 10 easy steps that I find work best with my routine, and I hope that you enjoy them. So step one is, well, before we even get there, we get to the issue at hand, which is, let's say we've got a scenario. Your boss asks you to file a report next week about widget X, and it's time for you to sit down and write that report. So step one is you need to enter the deadline into your online calendar. This is really important because otherwise you're not going to know when it's due, and I'm certainly going to forget about it by next week. So once that's done, then you should always read the top 5 things that every report should have. Now, you know these blog posts, they make them easy bulleted lists. They're perfect for understanding, all the things that you should think of. They're like a mental checklist for you. And it really helps me get inspired before I sit down and write one of those reports to know, where I'm starting from and a little bit of a checklist of where I should go. Now, the next one is always look for an app that will file the report when I enter the building. You know what these are. They pick up your GPS location. They show you, entering the building, and bing, it automates the report and sends it off. If I could only find an app that would just do this so that when I walk in the next morning, the report will be sent off. The only problem is I can't seem to find one that'll write the report. So moving on to step 4. Always important to read about mind hacks to avoid procrastination. Simple tips and tricks that you can do so that you won't procrastinate. It's always helpful to read lots of these articles so that you won't waste time and get those reports done on time. Once you've done that, the inevitable, get distracted by something inanimate that tweets by itself. You've seen them: gardens, cats, anything really that a chair that tweets every time somebody sits on it. That would be really interesting and worth my time to read about before that report gets filed. Now, step 6 is really one that I may not take action with, but I'll wait till it focuses on me. Step number 6 is freak out when my calendar warns me 10 minutes before my deadline. You see, my online calendar has this automated system that will pop up a little message that says, hey, you got 10 minutes left before this thing's due. And smart of me to enter it into my online calendar because, that gives me a good 10-minute head start before the report gets filed. So it's always important to freak out the minute that you get that warning because, that's a good way to spend your 10 minutes. Then, instead of filing the report, step 7 is important. Research how to forge email headers. And I'll show how that will come into play. It takes a bit of technical inspiration, but I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out once you see the view headers. It looks like a bit of gobbledygook until you read about it, and once you know how to forge them, it'll become really useful. So then step 8 is one that people don't really see coming, which is write the report overnight. And writing that report overnight, I read somewhere on some website that really you're most at your creative when you're at about 90% sleep deprived. So it's always important to, hunker down and get that report done right in the middle of the wee hours instead of actually sleeping. Ignore all those other websites that talk about maximizing your nap times because right now, we're already past due. So step number 9 is important, which is blame an email malfunction and send the report a day late. Now that you know how to forge those email headers, you'll be able to fill it in as if you sent the email a day before on time, and, oh, I don't understand, why didn't you get it? Oh, let me check in my inbox. Oh, yes, it looks like it failed, and here it is. One day late, but, email is unpredictable like that. once you get the pat on the back for a job well done, it's always important then to follow up with step 10, which will look for some new gadget that will cure my dysfunction. And I'm sure they're just on the cusp of building that anti-procrastination gadget, or one of those apps, or a phone that will have apps filled with things that will just do nothing but distract me from all of my report writing duties. That's about it from me. 10 steps to writing the perfect report, according to Evan, and I hope that everybody out there enjoys Moderation Town. Thanks.